Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Luke. The whole purpose of this channel is comparing and creating a comprehensive database of monsters from all sorts of different media. Movies, books, video games, anime. We're going to be covering it all and putting everything in a comparable list to show the differences. Every creature featured on this channel will be judged on a list of criteria and placed into different categories. This is going to be the process for the entire channel, and anybody can recommend a movie or game or anime, any kind of creature they want at any time in the comment section below. Anyway, I look forward to entertaining everybody as we move forward with our various ideas. Welcome to the Menagerie of Monsters. In this new series, we will be taking a look at various creatures and monsters from different forms of media, from video games, movies, TV shows, and basically examining how powerful they are, their abilities, their strengths, and their weaknesses, and sort of put them on a sort of tier list. Now, for this to work, we have to have a good scale to work off of, and I've taken various factors in mind to come up with a scaling system that I think will work pretty good for our purposes. To start things off, we're going to begin at the lowest tier, which will be the Fodder Enemies. Basically, your run-of-the-mill zombies in most movies would be considered fodder. Basically, anything that can have large numbers, but as long as they're by themselves or in small groups, are still easily dealt with. Basically, if you're locked in the room with one and can decommission it without any harm to yourself, it is what I would consider a fodder enemy. Moving on from there, we have what I would call runners and or swarmers. These are enemies that are typically more intelligent and capable of having coordinated attacks, as well as having large numbers on their side. These would include things like xenomorphs and the warrior bugs from the Starship Troopers franchise. Because although in their respective franchises, yes, we see many of them being killed, on their own, they are quite a force to deal with if the people they're attacking are unprepared. Next, at Tier 3, we have the Tank. Tank monsters are the ones you see in movies that can take pretty much whatever the main hero can dish out at them, and usually by the end of the movie, the only solution to get rid of this problem is with a big explosion of some kind. Two examples of what I would call a tank creature would be the Octolus from Deep Rising, or the Guomo from the movie Host. And yes, I hear you in the comments saying, well, the Guomo wasn't technically blown up. No, it wasn't, but it is a creature that used up a lot of resources to put out a commission, and that is basically the very essence of what a tank creature is. Something that uses up a lot of your resources to deal with. Next up, we have the Apex. An Apex monster is one that is capable of dealing with people or devices specifically designed to kill it, capable to overcome the very things sent to destroy it. An Apex monster becomes an Apex where they send, say, a bomb to destroy the creature, and then, it's still alive anyway. The absolute best example of an Apex creature is the Yautja species from the Predator franchise, as they are seen repeatedly taking down squads of trained soldiers and even a number of xenomorphs in various movies and comics. Next, we have potentially the most powerful, which is the God tier creature. These are creatures that have so much power or are so resilient that they're almost impossible to kill without some sort of divine intervention or mystical item to destroy them. These can also be creatures that have adept abilities such as mass telepathy or the ability to control others, as well as things that can destroy cities at will or even planets. One such creature would be Fatalis from the Monster Hunter video game series. This creature was so powerful that when it was disturbed from its slumber, it annihilated an entire civilization in one night. Man, and I thought I was grumpy when I get woken up. Another god-tier creature would be John Carpenter's The Thing, because although it has a weakness to fire, it could theoretically assimilate with something to be resistant to fire, and then nothing could stop it. If it got out, it could destroy the entire world. Now that we've discussed the scaling system for the overall, we're also going to discuss a point system that I'll implement for each individual creature to scale it on its individual merits. The point system will be judged off of 5 categories: strength, agility, endurance, intelligence, and power. Each category will be based on feats the creature is seen performing in its movie or movies. To start with, let's go over strength. Strength is determined by things such as, can the creature throw a person? Can the creature throw a car? Is it able to move, say, a shipping container? Each of these things will award it points in the strength category. Next up we have agility, which will be determined by how quickly the creature can move, how well it can adapt to moving through different types of terrain or environments, and in general just how far it can jump or move very swiftly. Next is endurance. Basically, how much did it take to bring this thing down? How tough is it? How many bullets did it take before it died? Next up we have intelligence. For intelligence, we're looking at how smart is the creature, how well does it adapt to its environment, does it create weapons or tools, does it use strategy to outwit its victims? And last but not least, we have power, which is a score that will be given to creatures that seem to have supernatural abilities, and it will be given based on how effective that ability is and what its limitations are if it has limitations. Not every creature will be getting this score. Anyway, thank you very much for watching this video. I will be doing another tier list for kaiju, as, let's face it, they're on another level compared to most monster movies. You're not going to compare, say, the Guomo to Godzilla. It's just not a fair comparison. So be looking forward to that in the coming weeks. I hope you all enjoyed this, and if you have any monster movie suggestions, please feel free to put them in the comments, and I will go ahead and do a video on them with the rating system and point system and everything. Anyways, for now, please stay tuned. This has been Cryptic Eye. Thanks for watching.